We just need to get these girls the proper music. Then they might give Scotty at the Casper Events Center a run for his money. Number 1, Little Snake River at St. Stephen's, first quarter. Little Snake River wearing the purple. Rex Stanley will score on the inbounds catch and release to get the Rattlers on the scoreboard first, up 2-0. The defending 1A state champs were on the run early and often. This is Connor Lee firing one from just underneath the camera, and that Rattler's the smooth snake. The visitors jump out to a 5-zip lead. There was more to come, and you're going to see this type of play more than once. Lee with the alley-oop to Stanley, and that's what teamwork is supposed to do. LSR goes up 7-0. They were doing everything early on against the opposition. Offense, defense, transition, you name it. Lee strikes again to give the Rattlers a 9-zip advantage. St. Stephen's had a hard time getting out of the blocks. It took 4.5 minutes for them to get their first field goal. Cole Littleshield finally breaks the drought, but the Eagles are still down 9-2. As for the visitors, I can't quite tell if they have almost everyone back from last year or if they really have everyone back from last year. Either way, they have a lot of experience. Lee gets the hoop and the hack, 18 points for the junior. The three-point play made it 12-2. Speaking of experience, well, St. Stephen's lost a lot of it when Jay Brown graduated, and this team has some big shoes to fill. Andrew Berrien will clean up his own miss and score to make it a 12-4 contest. However, last year's state runner-ups kept trying. You cannot fault them for that. Littleshield scores off the miss, and his team is still trailing 12-6. The Rattlers came into this game undefeated, and Miles Engelhart was looking to keep it that way. Here's the first 3 of his 17 points. LSR was up 15-8 after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, Little Snake River was still striking in many ways. Stanley gets the turnover, gives it up, gets it back, alley-oop. Just another day at the office. The scoreboard reads 17-8. Despite that, the Eagles did have some defensive sparks. Lakota Oldman with the mash from behind. That's how you stop a snake, well, at least for a little while. Who else have we not shown yet? How about Daniel Willie? He'll take the assist, and he knows what to do with it. 12 points for the senior, and the score is doubled up at 22-11. More defense. Englehart's going to pick a pocket, and he likes what he found. He's got to work on his dunks just a little bit, though. Don't let go of the ball too early, but he got the ball to drop, and it got him the 2. Rattlers lead 24-11. Here comes another alley-oop. You think the defense would have wisened up by now. Willie and Stanley hook up on this one, and the score is doubled up with LSR out in front, 26-13. Now, St. Stephen's had their moments, and we'll try to show a few of them. Oldman will get the swipe, and he'll take off the other way for the lay-in on the far side. But his team needed a lot more plays like that, down 26-15. Now, I said they had their moments, and then they had their other moments. Not sure who that pass was intended for, but Lee will end up with it and score again. Little Snake River was taking control with a 28-15 lead. On the other end, the Eagles kept on playing despite the situation. Engelhart, though, made it a little bit worse with the rejection, but the home team would recover. You see Oldman is wide open at the top of the key. He was standing on the line, so this shot's only going for 2, but every little bit would help. St. Stephen's is still down 30-17 at this point. But if you want to shoot a 3, you got to know where to stand. Willie's in the corner, behind the line, and showing them how it's done. The Rattlers were in firm control of this game, up 37-17 going into the locker room. Third quarter, the route's already on, so we're not going to waste too much more of your time. Nice jumper by Willie. That one was highlight worthy. LSR pushes their lead up to 39-17. We got to get someone else in here for the opposition. Stephen Monroe would lead the Eagles with 16 points, and there's 2 of them on this play. A comeback at this point, though, was not looking promising with the score at 39-19. St. Stephen's kept trying to take flight. Monroe will try from behind the arc, and that's a little bit more like it. The senior was trying to take charge, although his team was down 41-22. But the visitors came right back and answered. Grayson Lee will get in on the act for LSR. They gave up 3 and got 2 back, but they're still up 43-22. Try as they might, this was not one of those games for the home team. If 4-point shots were a part of the game, well, maybe Monroe would bring his team back if he kept making them at that distance. But in the end, LSR was just too much, winning 67-39 to remain undefeated.